Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, near and far, young and old. Welcome to the WTS Formula E World Championship. We're here in Samarinda in Indonesia for the first race of the season. What's up, everyone? My name is Sergio Morales, and you might already know me. I raced and piloted the AMC Theaters IndyCar Series. Today, we're trying out something a little bit different. We're racing in Formula E, and while I'm not on the track, I am more than happy and thrilled to be calling out this race today. We got a very complicated but very fast track that's set for 16 of the world's best drivers, set to drive some of the world's fastest electric cars. Leading the way will be Lucas di Grassi in the pole position, joined by Jean-Eric Vergne in position number 2. Row number 2 consists of Sebastian Buemi in 3rd place and Jerome D'Ambrosio in 4th place. Let's move on to row number 3. That is Mitch Evans racing for Jaguar Racing all the way from Australia, if I'm not wrong, joined by the UK's Oliver Rowland. Fellow Britman Sam Bird will be right behind him, and Antonio Felix da Costa from Portugal will be in position number 8. Rounding out the top 10 in 9th will be René Rast from Germany, and Pascal Wehrlein also from Germany in the Hot Wheels Formula E car. We're moving on to the further back of the grid with Tristan Tobin, who races for BMW I Andretti Formula E Racing, and Alexander Rossi making his Formula E debut coming over from IndyCar. Alexander Sims, however, is a regular in Formula E, and so is Robin Frein, so they've got a little bit more experience. Lucien Zamfirescu is also new to the series, but not Stoffel Van Dorn, so it's a little bit weird to see him in the back, but it'll be very interesting to see them go from the back to the front. This is the attack mode zone, which drivers will need to pass by later on in the race. Speaking of which, here they come lining up to the grid. This is going to be an incredible event, folks, so hold on tight. It's about to get real. And just before the race gets started, a huge thank you again to WTS Racing for lending me this opportunity. You can check out his channel using the link in the description down below. I'll talk more about that after the race. For now, it's time to get this race going. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 5 lights are on. And we go green in Samarinda, and immediately the Audi of Lucas di Grassi is getting a great start. Watch out further back, though. There's a lot of contact and stuff going on. There we have a crash. I think, yeah, we do. There is a crash, and that looks like a BMW. I'm not sure quite who it is. We'll have to get some more footage in a little bit. Meanwhile, here we go. Oh, here's Jean-Eric Vergne for the lead. Vergne's going to take it away from Lucas di Grassi, so he's going to put himself up front and in a good position in the early laps of this race. I think we got a yellow. It's a safety car, actually, so the cars will slow down. Safety car is out on track for Alexander Rossi. So that's who spun out earlier. Let's see if we can get a little bit more footage. And there's another car involved. That's Pascal Wehrlein. So one of them a regular, the other making his Formula E debut. They're out early. Let's see what happened. Further down the grid, you can see that looks like Rossi, who lost control of the car, and well, Wehrlein just got caught up in the incident. So very unfortunate. And there's a third car who's in the pits right now, which is not very usual to see. That might be Alexander Sims, if I'm not wrong. So we got 2 cars already out of the race, leaving the total amount down to 14 as the safety car continues to lead the field around. Sebastian Buemi currently holds the lead as the attack mode activation opens up. So that'll give, for the newbies watching this race, that'll give the drivers some extra horsepower that they will need to use later on in the race. And in fact, a lot of drivers seem to be taking the attack mode now as the green flag waves and we are back underway. Here we go. So Buemi, di Grassi, that looks like it's Jean-Eric Vergne who leads the drivers among those who got the attack mode enabled. We also got Oliver Rowland, Jerome D'Ambrosio, Mitch Evans, just to name a few of those who actually are on attack mode right now. And here comes one of them making a move. So looking good so far for the rest of the grid. They're all lined up, looking nice, sharp. I think you can actually make some good photographs from here. Focus right now. Oh, okay, this is new. Car 28, that's Antonio Felix da Costa. He is under investigation for overtaking under the safety car. Oh, lockup by the 13. Careful there. So that's new, that you're not allowed to overtake under the safety car. And if they determine him guilty of this, then that's a serious penalty. Watch out, we have a crash. We have a huge crash out there. That might be, I can't really see from this angle, but it looks like it might be Rast or Tobin. Not sure. What I know for sure is that it just brought out a full course yellow. Who was it? And what happened, really? That's what I want to know. All right, let's take a look. Oh, boy. Yeah, you're not getting out of that one. That's a tough situation to find yourself in when you just slap one wall and go plummeting into the other. And given all that damage that he took, especially that first hit, the second hit actually, it looks like he might be out of this race. And in fact, there is more debris that he left out on the track. So that was Oliver Rowland, I believe. As Alexander Sims, meanwhile, heads out of the pits, and he's going to not head out of the pits. I think he's actually stalled on the track. We'll have to come back to him and see what happened. But meanwhile, Rowland's car is getting towed out. And we have some fan boosts coming in very soon. That is Antonio Felix da Costa, Lucas di Grassi, and Stoffel Van Dorn, who with 9, 8, and 6 votes are your fan boost winners. So fan boost, for those of you who don't know, is another extra boost which drivers can use, and it might make that difference between victory and defeat. Speaking of which, we're going back green flag racing, so who's going to take it and who's going to lose it? Here we go, let's find out. Immediately, Buemi gets away. Di Grassi's right behind nearly the entire grid. Everyone except René Rast are on the attack mode. So very interesting. It looks like everyone is urging to get up front with, oh, watch out, another lockup. These lockups are becoming ever so common in these Formula E cars, so it's very, very common to see now, but still quite surprising considering that these drivers are supposed to be highly experienced in not making these happen. As Buemi continues to lead, Di Grassi second, D'Ambrosio is in third. Here comes the rest of the grid around. So we got two of the DS Techeetah cars who are fighting for those positions, and it's very cool to watch. Whew. Yeah, thank you for going into the pits. I did need a break because I was actually getting a little bit hyped from all this. As the halfway point of the race, those are the Techeetah cars. Those are both DS Techeetah cars, and they have crashed out. What happened? Oh boy, one of them locked up and took out the other on his way to the pits. Come on, a little bit more slower, a little bit slower. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a huge blow to that team though. That is both of their cars out. It's not just one of them, it's both. So that is a huge blow to this team. I wonder what's going to happen now, because it looks like one of them is not coming out. That is Antonio Felix da Costa, and he's out of this race. The other one got lucky, but not da Costa. Looks like he's out, and in fact, not only does that bring him out of the race, it brings out the safety car as a lot of drivers are coming into the pits. Here comes the other DS Techeetah car, and he's pitting. In fact, a lot of cars, and basically everyone is pitting right now. They're all taking advantage of this yellow flag, and oh, speaking of da Costa, he would have a drive-through penalty for overtaking under said safety car. But does it really matter now that he's out of the race? I don't think so. Well, let's see. Let's see where... Oh, yeah, he got a jump start. Jumped it a little too early, but looks like karma paid him back because he broke the rules. And, well, we know how this ended. Very unfortunate for the Techeetah cars. That is disastrous for them. Let's see if the other Techeetah car can actually climb up the grid. That would be very nice for them, because da Costa has had a race to forget at this point. Meanwhile, let's see. We have 11 cars left on the grid, and Sebastian Buemi will lead them in as the safety car comes in this lap. And here comes the safety car, and now Di Grassi, Evans, D'Ambrosio, Rast will round up the top 5. Here we go. Green flag is about to wave. Now it's here. So Sebastian Buemi is immediately going to get away, but he's got a whole lot of drivers behind him with that fan boost. Not the fan boost, the attack mode, including second place Lucas di Grassi, as Jerome D'Ambrosio makes a pass to third. Mitch Evans, meanwhile, is actually hanging out in fourth. He's actually been doing pretty good. Oh, watch out. Whoa. Okay, I'm not sure how they saved that, but that was a really good save from these guys. Sam Bird, meanwhile, hanging out in 6th place, and we have another driver coming in for some fan boost. That, I believe, was René Rast. Here comes lap 10 of 14, and let's have a look at a replay of a brief little incident. That was the lockup from just a little bit ago. Oh, boy. I'm not sure how he saved it. I'm not sure how that did not turn into a huge crash, but somehow it didn't, and I really applauded him for it. As Di Grassi, he uses his fan boost. He's taking the lead. He's leading in Indonesia, and he still has the attack mode enabled, whereas Buemi, he's going to get it now. So now Buemi's on the attack, as Di Grassi, meanwhile, is starting to pull away. And in fact, all of the top 9 are on the fan boost. Battle for position for second. That's Sebastian Buemi against Mitch Evans. Who's going to get this one? This is going to get good. It looks like it's going to be Buemi who has the advantage at the moment. Whoa, huge lockup, and that is going to cost Sebastian Buemi big time. And in fact, Mitch Evans literally had no effort needed to get around him. So very big moment for Mitch Evans. As Stoffel Van Doorn, meanwhile, what's up with him? Well, I didn't quite. Okay. Oh wow. All right. So he's making moves too. Great to see. Again, he is very experienced in Formula E now after getting bumped out of Formula 1. He's been doing pretty good here lately, so that's very nice to see. As we have a car slowing down, that is the other Jaguar. That is the 30 car. Let's see what happened here, because this is very unusual to see. Oh boy, yeah, that's the 30 car slowing down. I'm not sure if it's a mechanical failure or if his battery died, but he is slowing drastically down on the track. In fact, he skipped the pit lane entrance, so he's going to stall out on the track, I believe. But doesn't look like it's affecting the race right now, because Degrassi continues to lead. Mitch Evans second, Sebastian Buemi in third place. And we do have a yellow, and that is for that is Stoffel Van Doorn. That is Stoffel Van Doorn, actually. And that is a huge blow to him. He's actually been progressing a lot, so this is very terrible to see for the former Formula 1 driver. Meanwhile, up front, Lucas Degrassi, Mitch Evans, and contact. Whoa! Very, very tight battle going on here, as René Rast actually is the only driver left with fan boost at the moment, so very interesting stuff to see out of him. I wonder what type of strategy they're cooking up, as the final lap is in the air. Final lap, here we go. This is it. Make your move now. If it's going to be Mitch Evans, if it's going to be Lucas Degrassi. Mitch Evans actually might have hurt me, because he's going through. He's going to go for it. Contact. We have some contact between those two. And here comes Sebastian Buemi taking advantage of said incident. Degrassi gets defensive. And let's see, down to the wire. Whoa! That's Buemi spinning out, and that's giving Mitch Evans the victory, as Lucas Degrassi comes home second, D'Ambrosio third, Sam Burden fourth. René Rast will round at the top 5, but let's look at that finish, because that was Sebastian Buemi's podium to get, and it did not happen. Instead, we got this out of him. Just wait for it. He tried to get down the inside. He locked up and collided with second place car, Lucas Degrassi. And that takes Sebastian Buemi out of not just the top 3, but I believe the top 5. So Sebastian Buemi might not walk away from this race the happiest man. Mitch Evans, however, will walk away the happiest, because he is your race winner. And Lucas Degrassi, with his pole position start today, gets an additional 3 points plus the 18 that he already got from finishing second. And Jerome D'Ambrosio, with his third place, finishes 16th. Sam Bird gets 12 points. René Rast 10. Sebastian Buemi gets 9 points for finishing 6th instead of 3rd. JEV will finish 7th as far as the points are concerned at the moment. Team standings, that's Audi Sport leading the way with Jaguar, Mahindra, Envision, Nissan, Fiesta Cheetah, BMW, and Hot Wheels. That is your team standings at the moment. Huge congratulations, however, to Mitch Evans, who needed a little bit of luck. But with said luck, he was able to go through all the way to the race of victory. And so we leave you with this highlight reel from today's event, which was a very great one to watch and a very great one to call out. Again, huge thank you to WTS Racing for giving me this opportunity to call out this race. I personally really enjoyed it, and I've never really watched a Formula E stop motion before, so when I saw that his video didn't have any commentary, there was no way I wasn't going to take advantage and put it stuff of my own. With that said, again, thank you WTS. I wish you the best on your way to getting up there with the rest of us stop motion creators. Can't wait to see what else you do. And don't forget, you guys, that I also make my own. That's the AMC Theaters IndyCar series. If you haven't watched one of those races, you definitely should have a look. With that said, I'm signing off for now. The name's Sergio Morales. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next event.